is Soshi, and this is going to be our weekly pick a card or pick a pile or pick an object reading. I did the reading the same way that I did last time. I didn't came up with the question on my own. I pulled a few cards, this time more than one, from the tea leaf deck to see what the general question is going to be that we look into. I still have three piles to offer you, and I will show you shortly 3 objects that you can, choose based upon. But you don't need to choose the object. If you want to choose the number, then, just go with the number as well. But after I show you the 3 objects, I'm going to talk about the question, and then we're going to jump into the piles. So pile number 1 is this flower. Pile number 2 is this tiny dragon pin. And pile number 3 is this ring with a beautiful silvery rock. So yeah, I try to show you all at once, if that helps, in the correct order, because that helps as well. So yeah, these are the 3 piles. Just, choose based on what you feel drawn to. There's no right or wrong question. You will know if you resonate with the pile or not as soon as the reading starts. If you don't, you can look into picking another pile, but if neither, if none of these piles resonate, that's okay too. Sometimes we are just, not meant to hear a message, and that's completely fine. And also, after all the readings, at the end of, each pile, you will have a chance to ask a yes or no question, because I have the Smoke, Ash and Embers divination coin. So we will look into a simple yes or no question. If so, just think about it. If you have a specific question you would like to know, a yes or no question, you can do that at the end of the pile as well. So those were your options. Now let's see the question. So the main card that I pulled, and I cheated and I checked this time, is the older woman. It says dealings or relationship with an older woman, and I'm happy that I pulled more, because even though this could mean, like family issues or even relationship, a love kind of relationship, if the person that you're with is older than you, it can be like that, definitely. But I also pulled the bull, and yeah, here's the card. And that says, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. So this is, and because of that, and the parrot card, someone will gossip about you, will gossip about all your secrets, talking behind your back. What I was getting, it's more about an authoritarian figure in your life that we're going to look into. What the cards are all telling about. This could be a parent, but it could be a boss. It could be even on a more general level, just how people rule your country or something like that. And even though you don't have a personal relationship with those people, or you're not equal in the relationship. That's what I was really getting with these, that this is going to be about a relationship that's not equal. That doesn't mean that you can't do anything about improving the situation. So I'm gonna put these 3 here and jump into pile number 1. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose this flower, then this is going to be your reading, and don't forget you will have a chance to ask a yes or no question at the end of the reading. So I have a bunch of cards already. You can't see the cards now, but I'm gonna show you all, of course. So I pulled a few tea leaves. I also pulled a card from the Golden Art Nouveau that is currently majors only in my collection, to have a general feeling how to deal with it. So in short, again, the question we're looking into, it could be a relationship with someone older than you, who has an authoritarian role in your life, and that person might be not someone that is fully supportive of you, and unfortunately can be a boss or sometimes even a parent or a loved one in general that talks behind your back, because people are sometimes like that. But we have the bull, and that bull tells us about not to back down from the opposition, protect yourself and be more self-assured. But we will see what the cards are saying. Oh, okay. So as a main energy, we have, and there's some nudity in these decks. So sorry about that. But I kind of like the colors and the art, and I love the hair. So we have the Lovers card, and the Lovers is not just about love. It could be a love-related relationship. But because this was just majors only, I'm getting the choice more than the Lovers. And with that card, the significance is to choose what's actually ethically on a gut feeling level is right for you. So there might be a choice coming up regarding this relationship. Could be, like I said, a boss, so it could be something that you will maybe faced with a situation where you will have to deal or act in a certain way, and we will look into what is the best way to handle that. Okay, so I have for you the bowl. Plenty of material things, that's good. In this case, I would say that you're very resourceful. You have, a lot of inner strength and a wit and charisma, and all those sorts of things that you can draw from, even if you don't necessarily feeling like that. And I'm just laughing because this card is so just honest. It's the turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. Now the question is, are you the one behaving stupidly in this event or in this situation? Because and this is going to be an example that I put from my own life. Sometimes you just try to do the same thing in a certain situation because you know that that's the right thing, but the other person who should change and accept that, because those are universally right things, not just for myself. They are different type of persons who will not see the light, so to speak. So all I can see or do is just change my way, because they're not going to change. And who's acting stupidly, you have to see. And stupidly, I would say, without being able to see the situation objectively. But we also have the shield. You need to defend yourself, and I get that with the bull as well. So you're definitely not meant to back down and just let the other person walk all over you. Whoever this older, I mean, I'm gonna go with the woman because we got that, but whoever you were thinking about when you heard that authoritarian figure, you know what I'm talking about. It could be that it's just a feminine energy, but I would definitely say that this deck is quite literal. So if either a woman or someone presenting as a woman, we have fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. And the last one is scales, keep your life in balance, which I like because with the fire and the shield and the scales, those three, I kind of feel like you definitely have to defend yourself, but you have to be very careful how you're going about it. If you're being confrontational, you're directly actually telling the person, and that's gonna be the choice that the first card was talking about, that hey, you're whatever, you're behaving stupidly with the turkey, which is not a smart thing to do if this person is, for example, your boss, because you could lose your job. So protecting yourself sometimes is letting the other person to think that they are ruling the situation, that they are in control, and just act like, I'm not saying lie, but act like everything is, you know, how they wanted to see things, and know that your resources, your values are not changed, and you're not changing those. You're just adapting to the situation, so to speak. But let's see your tarot cards. You have 4. We have the 3 of discs with the keyword works, which, you know, I'm definitely getting, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting more of a workplace issue with this pile so far. We also have the 4 of Swords, which is not just about rest, but knowing when to stop fighting and knowing when to just step away from a situation. You know, get your life in balance. Know which situation you have to actually state your truth, and which battles, you know, are not important in the large scale, and you can let them win because it doesn't matter. And we have another 4, which is, you know, the second 4 is 4 is about stability, which is nice with the scales. And we have the 4 of Cups, and with the keyword meditation, and which could be important for you. The 4 of Cups generally is an opportunity we're not seeing because we are too engaged with whatever is in front of us, because, you know, we have that tunnel vision, because this is the situation, this is the person, and these are my feelings, and you can't see the solution, and which you have, you know, you have more options than you think. We have the abundance here, because you're too focused on what is happening. So maybe a good idea for you, and I have cards for, you know, advice as well, is to step away and try to look at the what's happening in a way that you would give an advice to a friend. So just imagine that you're the friend, and if it would be a third person, you know, not you but someone else, how would you look at the situation, and what sort of an advice would you give them? Because it's so much easier to give advice to other people, so sometimes it helps to look at our lives from the perspective of an outsider, because maybe we can, you know, give better advice to ourselves like that. And we also have the 8 of Wands with movement, so there's definitely change that's going to come, but the 8 of Wands can signify being overwhelmed with what is happening, because, you know, there's just too many moving particles, or, you know, parts, and you don't know where to focus, and you keep losing track. So with the 2 4s and with this 8, which is a double 4, so those numbers can be, you know, significant. It tells you to just focus on one thing at a time. Even, you know, you don't have to deal with everything all at once. You're not going to miss out on a solution if you focus on one thing at a time. You know, you don't have to solve all the problems all at once, which is all about, you know, the choice that you need to make. And let's pull a few cards for advice. We have the book Identity, Consciousness, and Manifest, which is a beautiful one. We also have the Good Kind, and I kind of pulled this one because I wanted to give you a color to work with, and this is pretty much like a flash, a muted color, so maybe if not this color that you want to work with, or, you know, wear, because it doesn't look necessarily good on you. It could be that you know, don't go to the extremes with the hate or you know, love. Find the middle ground, a more balanced attitude, but the good kind. That I love that. And we have the You Only More So, and the ruby. If you have a ruby, obviously it's not a stone or, you know, jewel you just happen to have, but if you have one, this could be something that you can work with. And with the book and the Identity, Consciousness, and Manifest, it's definitely know who you are. Like I said, you know, don't give up your core values. be conscious about the choice you're making, but don't give up hope, and don't just accept the situation, because the 801s is not just about getting confused about things. It also brings in movement or a message even. So there's going to be change, but the more in control, so to speak, of yourself and how you act you are, the better the result will be for you. Because it's gonna be the cheesy example: be like water. Don't try to smash through obstacles. Try to find a way next to them, around them. Maybe that's the smarter way to deal with it this time than just standing up and saying that, hey dude, this is not working. And so if you have a yes or no question, then think about it now, and let's see. I never used it, so it's probably gonna be loud. Okay, I need a better one. Oh, okay, so we have the sleeping dragon, which is more about, how to show you. Oh, maybe look at that. How beautiful. So it's all about, it's a no. It's a wait now, chill. It's the, where's the Four of Swords? It's the Four of Swords pretty much. So if this connects to the question, and that's just an extra confirmation, and if it doesn't, then whatever the question was, it's a no currently, but it's just currently. So yeah, hope this was useful. Hope you find a way to deal with this situation, and please comment down below how this resonated. Did you like the decks? Did you like this format? Please share it with other people, because all these things, subscribing, commenting down below, hitting the like button, helps my channel, and lets me know that what I do is helpful, which I love hearing, obviously, because that's why I'm doing it. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, and see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose this tiny dragon, then this is going to be your reading, and don't forget, we're going to have a yes or no question at the end. So how this looks, I'm gonna tell you about the question just in case you skipped it. So we pulled 3 cards. We have the older woman, the parrot with the gossip, and the bull to not back down from opposition. And what I felt like that this is about someone in your life, can be literally an older woman who is an authoritarian figure. So we'll see what sort of a relationship we're talking about here. But, and then in the end, I will give you a few advice cards as well. So we have the fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. But the fox is not just, it's okay, business. It's the cards is business, but when I think about the fox, I think about how they will do anything to provide for their family. So maybe this pile is more about some familiar, family relationship. We also have the skull, hidden secrets can harm you, which is, for me, connects to the gossip card, because it's not a good thing, obviously, to know what other people gossip about you, but sometimes, and sometimes it's better for you if you don't know, and sometimes you have the option to go after and find out, because you know that other people are telling or talking about you in the background, and you go after them, so to speak, and you ask what they were saying. And sometimes it's better if you just don't do that, because if they are not saying it to your face, it doesn't relevant anyway. It shouldn't. Interesting. We have the candle. You will be shown the way. So you will find a way to deal with things. You will, if you believe in, getting signs, for example, or you work with those energies, then, look out for those. I don't like this, but hey, the cat, a two-faced friend. I don't like the, implication that cats are two-faced, because I don't believe in that. I'm a cat person. Cats are not like that. But this deck and, the symbology works with that energy, and in this context, I'm gonna stick with that, because, that happens. So It could be a friend, a family member or a friend who's trying to stir up things behind your back. And we have lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. So this is just a warning to, if you find out, because you were shown of the way for somehow, if you find out, maybe you won't have the chance to not find out what secrets or others are hiding or what's been said about you. But the choice that you will have is how you react to that. And you have the most tarot cards, I think. But let's see the main card. Yeah, makes sense. We have the Hanged Man as the main energy of the reading. And the Hanged Man is pretty much changing a point of view, being still and not forcing things to happen. Because for some reason you need to take a step back and just you currently you can't see everything fully, which you will get with the candle later on. And you might want to just act on half information or not fully understanding why someone says something. And in this case it could be that that friend that we talked about might says might tell you something about the third person, and you think that third person is the other woman, for example, or it could be that the other person, but the third person is the one who's trying to stir up shit. But when in fact this is the one who's trying to give you advice, and be there for you. So I hate saying like something like that, but just be a bit more, not suspicious, but maybe objective about why people would say anything to you, because they might have some hidden reasoning or hidden meaning or agenda that you currently don't know. We have, with your tarot cards, we have the Seven of Wands, Valor. The Seven of Wands is all about protecting yourself, and you can see it on the card easily as well. This is about standing your ground, not letting others just knock you down from your place and take away what's yours. So definitely defending yourself and defending your position, but be mindful not to react too intensely, because that's you need to be patient and try to maintain self-control. We also have the Seven of Discs, another seven. It's interesting that in the previous reading there were double, repeating numbers, and we have sevens again. It's the Seven of Discs, it's perseverance. The Seven of Discs or Seven of Pentacles is all about putting in the work and waiting for it to happen. Not letting other people, other people's, opinion or what they say rush you down in a path that you're not just ready, you don't want to go, because you have to do it once as well, which is planning. And the Eight of Swords with isolation. And what I'm getting with the Two of Wands is plan your moves carefully. Don't act irrational. I don't want to say irrational, just don't act from a place of emotion. Try to stay in the place of logic and just think about what you want in life, where you're heading, what your plans are, because other people's meddling can derail the whole thing if you let them. But if you don't, if you stand up, if you protect yourself energetically as well and what you want, then you might feel a bit isolated. With the Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords is usually a conflict or a bound that we put on ourselves. We feel isolated, or we feel like we're unable to move, because no matter where we look there's a sword, and they are sharp and you don't want to get caught. So you might feel like that, but the good news is that it's usually our projected reality. So it's not what actually is happening, it's more about how you feel. And try to remember that you will be shown the way. So if you feel like you're backed in a corner, take a deep breath and just start looking around slowly, because there is a solution around you. Oh yeah, because we have the Five of Swords, which is defeat, but sometimes I read it more like being selfish, and in this case being selfish for a right reason, because sometimes you have to protect yourself. You have to just say that I don't want to talk to that person anymore, or I don't want to spend time with these people who are gossiping about me, who are trying to meddle, even if they're family. Or saying no to other people trying to gossip to you, because in this case it might not even be that they are talking about you. It could be that they are talking about someone else and they expect you to participate, and trust me, that's not a good energy to be in. So this is the time when you're like, I don't care, I'm not interested, and just say it, draw that line in the sand, and don't let anybody cross it. And I love that we have the Six of Wands as a closing card, because the Six of Wands is success. So no matter what you're working on, and how other people will try to meddle, you will get through this, and that you're gonna be successful with not just what you're working on, but how to handle the situation, which I love. I love that. It's very important. And let's see your advice cards. Oh, okay. I mean, we have the family, so yeah, it definitely could be family relationship, but this is kinship, belonging, and collaboration. So this could be about a chosen family as well. The whole reading, not necessarily blood related. And with this one, you're finding new people. You're finding your actual true family, because sometimes we gravitate towards people that we at first think that are great for us and who will love us and they are honest and all that thing, and then later you realize that okay, they were not, they actually just used me for some reason, or not necessarily consciously, but it happens. And then you have to move on. You have to just feel a bit isolated or lost for a while, and then move on and find the people who are actually for you. And that's a good indication for that if you don't feel like you have a support system, time to look for it, because they are there, they are out there, trust me. And if you want to work with a color related to this, we have this beautiful emerald green card, and it says shift the way to new potential. What did I just say? I mean, I love that when sometimes I pull a card and like, this is what I meant to say. Things are going to shift into a new place, but you have to be patient. And we also have for a stone to work with, obsidian, sharpened shadows, and this is about cutting cords. And I'm definitely feeling with people that are no longer, I'm not saying serving you because that just sounds bad, cutting cords to event situations as well, but to people who are not there for the right reason in your life. It's time to let them go. And it doesn't have to be an actual, I'm gonna come out and tell you that we're no longer friends, because even though that sometimes it would be maybe more appreciated, but because we have the two-faced person, this could be something that turns back on you in a way that would hinder all the things. So just energetically to let them go. Decide for yourself that you're gonna draw that line and not let anybody cross it. Okay, so this is the reading, and now for the yes or no question. So think about your question, and you can pause the video if you want to, and once you have it, let's see. Okay, I'm really bad at turning coins at first time. Okay, we also have a no again. It's the no, wait, don't rush into whatever is you were asking about. So this was your reading. Hope this was useful. Please do share it with other people if you think they can benefit from it. Like, subscribe, those all help my channel honestly, and comment down below if it resonated. I'm very curious if you want to share anything about it. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose this ring, then this is going to be your reading. And don't forget, there's going to be a yes or no question at the end as well. So let's see. The question was, or what the reading is all about, is some sort of an authoritarian figure who can be an older woman who has influence on your life, and how to deal with this person or what they are trying to do. And your main energy, oh, we have the sun. So this could be a happy reading. This reading might just be a happy confirmation, we will see, but that's a good start. Because sometimes it's okay to get good news as well. We have the club, of course. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. And this is a negative card, more on the negative side, but maybe not necessarily. I'm trying to be all positive and whatnot, and then the next one is the rat. Someone working against you behind your back. I was like, maybe they try to make you do something that you will realize it's after all good for you, but okay, no, unfortunately this is about someone who's trying to do something or make you do something that is good for them. Damn. But the sun card is very promising because it talks about getting clarity. It's a harmonious, longer period where you feel happy. So that's the main energy. So I'm just happy about that one. Oh, we have the bag, something important, such as a new job or a raise. So there is something that will come out of this in the end. We have inkpot, problems to be resolved. Problems to be resolved. Of course, I can't read. So yeah, good. I'm so happy. Okay, but we also have a broken bridge with an unsuccessful outcome to a problem. So there's going to be 2 ways that you can deal with something. There's going to be a choice. There's going to be a moment where the path you're taking is either with the problems to be resolved, and I feel more like you will have that because you're here and you're listening to this with the sun, but there's a chance for you to not solve that, even though, you know what, I'm not even feeling that. I think it's just the broken bridge as the burning bridges with someone. I feel more like that. Yeah, I don't feel the anxious. Yeah, I don't feel like that. I feel like this is going to be a relationship you're leaving behind, because it's something that you shouldn't have anymore. We have the Emperor. The Emperor is not just a major arcana, but it's the authoritarian figure in your life, someone who has who can make decisions for you in a way, or whose decisions have an effect on your life. Could be a father figure, could be just a parent, doesn't matter which gender, could be a boss, could be a spiritual leader, a community leader, someone you look up to in your own community. Okay, another major arcana, we have Justice with the 8. And justice is not just man-made justice. It's about calling you, it's as at least how I read it, it's about it's calling you about to be just about the situation, to see every side and try to be objective. And when someone does something bad, be aware, but when that same person do something good, or maybe you understand their reasoning, accept that. Don't be like, oh, they are just horrible people because they did this and this. Try to understand why they did that. That can help you to deal with whatever we are dealing with here, or whoever. And we also have the Queen of Cups, intuition. So the solution, the clarity that's coming with the Sun card, you know, and something important is coming from you if you're connected to your emotions, if you're not trying to logic this thing out. Interesting that one of the other piles, the message was to be logical, to get out of your emotions. Here is the opposite. Get into your emotions, check how you feel about whatever this person is trying to do. And if it's a big, I don't want to do it, then that's a good indication that you're not where you're supposed to be. This person is not someone that you should follow. I'm definitely getting spiritual advisor vibes, not gonna lie. Could be a boss, could be a parent. But this is someone that you need to move on from with the broken bridge. And we also have the Ace of Wands, a new beginning, a new opportunity. It's about passion, creativity. It's about something that makes you excited. And this is a new chance to start something new, start something fresh, which is, you know, we also had that with the bag. Something, you know, important, new job or a raise, moving away from things. Very interesting. But I love that we have the Sun, because it shows that once you make that shift, that's what I'm getting. Once you make that shift, that you realize that whatever these people are asking me to do, I'm not there. I'm not, it's just not me. Once you make that shift inside of you, you know, once you go down to your emotions and you admit to yourself how you feel about it, things are changing and things are moving into a new direction, and the new path that you're supposed to be following is, you know, it's going to open up, and you don't have to worry about it too much. I don't think it's going to be such a hard thing to leave this situation or person. We also have, for the advice, Four of Ink, pen, manifestation, communication, and clarity. The same clarity that we had. I love this card, it's so beautiful. So, you know, maybe you need to journal, just not in a, I need a pretty journal and, you know, whatever way. Get a notepad, start writing out how you feel about the situation. Maybe that's a way to access your emotions, because we have the ink pot and, you know, the feather or the quill twice, which for me suggests that you need to write your emotions out, because that can lead to clarity. Because maybe if you see that on a piece of paper, that how you actually feel about this person, about what they are asking from you, you realize that, oh, okay, I didn't even know how much I don't want this. But we also have, oh, I love this, the seer, intuition, which we might have seen before. Intuition, divination, and foresight. So if you use cards, they're reading, obviously, but it's about being in your emotions, using your gut feeling. Whatever your gut is saying, go with that. And if you want to work with the color, we have a light blue and green color with what's your honest truth? And that's the big question, isn't it? What's your honest truth that, you know, someone else is trying to change? You have to be able to answer the question. So that's a journal prompt for you for this reading, if you ever want to do something like that. And for the stone you can work with, we have turquoise. So if you have a turquoise, which is kind of similar to, you know, bluish greenish color, it's find your way home, which for me is the, you know, what's your honest truth. Because if you connect with that, you're finding your way back to home, which home sometimes mean, you know, being perfectly in sync with everything around us. Okay, this is quite heavy. It's not a big thing outwardly, but it's a shift that you have to work for. But, you know, don't forget the clarity and happiness that's waiting at the end of this. Okay, and now we have the yes and no questions. So think about a yes or no question. And let's see. Okay, so far I sucked at it. This. Oops, okay. I need to learn how to flip this, but it's heavy. So we have a yes. So whatever you were asking about, the answer is yes. So hope this was useful. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Those all honestly help my channel. Tells YouTube that, hey, this chick is doing something that we like. And, I hope to see you in the next one. I hope this was useful. And thank you so much for spending time with me. See you in the next one. Bye.